Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. My name's Rob Hernandez. Um, I see a few new people here and just wanted to say hello and welcome to the show. Last week's show is a little crazy, but anyway, so basically a little bit about the show. So we basically do live ghost box sessions, try to contact people on the other side, and if there's anybody out there that has any questions, want to get in touch with loved ones, anything like that, You can feel free to throw up a question when we're about to start doing some sessions live, and we'll see what happens there. So last week, it's a little crazy. Towards the end of the show, I think it was on the last session, the spirit came through saying that he was murdered, gave 3 people's names, kind of gave a location to where that happened. Gave that he was murdered in a hotel somewhere in the Carolinas. So I kind of looked up a couple of things, and there was a murder back in September that happened at a hotel. It was it's an ongoing investigation, so kind of interesting. So that's the only thing that I did find. But anyway, just wanted to kind of give a little background on what happened last week. Kind of looked at reports, things like that. So, and then we did have some people that were able to contact their loved ones, which was pretty cool. So I'm in California, in Southern California. I'm in Thousand Oaks. So I don't know if people saw that Kirk Cameron was doing like a no mask Christmas caroling thing. That was just about a mile and a half up the road from me. He's been going around town. I don't know. There's just a lot of uproar, and just because the COVID cases here are pretty crazy. At my mom's work, she was just telling me tonight that there's been 14 people that have come down with COVID. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. So what I'll do tonight is we'll do a couple of different ghost box sessions. Um, what we'll do is we'll do one ghost box session, and then our one actual ghost box, and then we'll do another one using IP radio. We had some really good luck with that last week. So that's what we're going to that's what we'll do again this week to see what we can find. Now, for those of you that are just joining us tonight, what I'm going to be doing is pretty soon I'll be giving away a ghost box or a REM pod, or a piece of a paranormal equipment. So also to enter or to be eligible to do that is just go on my YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel. I'll throw that up really quick. So if you just go up to YouTube, search for the Power Awakening, and just subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. That will that'll notify you when I do go live, or when I do do another any type of post. I just built another ghost box this past week. It's a pretty amazing box. It's really cool. Probably one of the nicest boxes that I've ever built. A lot of people have seen it and gave me a lot of compliments on it. I was thinking about possibly doing that, using that box this week. I still can do that. It's kind of big though. I'll pull it out here real quick. Anyway, this is it. It's got some visual effects. So I don't know if it's on. Maybe the battery's dead. Hello. Yeah, I think the batteries must be dead on the visual. But anyway, the box is but anyway, I wouldn't use a visual effects for that tonight anyway. Just the box itself. But anyway. Here, I'll put the link up. Just bear with me for a second. So on the YouTube, just bear with me for a second. Here, here, copy. So if you click on the link that I just posted, it'll take you directly to my channel. It's in the chat. I didn't mean to show that, but anyway, if you just click on it, it'll take you directly to the channel. Hello, Carrie. Welcome to the show. I know that they just updated the software, so I'm not seeing any viewers on here, but I'm just going by the chat. I never look at the viewers anyway, at the viewer count. Hey, Vet, welcome to the show tonight. So what we'll do in about 5 minutes is we'll go ahead and start up a ghost box session. So if you have any questions that you want to ask, just throw in the letter Q and then type in your question, and then we'll go ahead and ask the question during the ghost box session. There was something that I forgot to do real quick. Just bear with me really quick. I'm going to have to, I have my batteries charging for my ghost box. I just forgot to throw those in there. I was just trying to set up the lighting and things like that before the show started. I forgot to take out the batteries out of the charger and plug them in. Amateur move, but I'm sorry about that. Hold on one second. All right, so we're good to go. Welcome to the show, Nora. Sorry about that. I had to turn off the heater. I had a heater on going, but it's getting too hot in here. So those of you that are just tuning in, I'll get what we do here is we just do we do live ghost box sessions. So if you have any questions that you want to throw up, we can ask a question. Just throw in like I said, just put a Q in front of your question when we're getting ready to get started, and then I'll read all the questions during the session, and we'll see what we can contact any loved ones or any spirit that wants to communicate with us tonight, things like that. So I have a cool story. So my dog, well, I had a couple of dogs that passed away over the last couple of years, and I just put up a shelf with their urns and ashes up on the shelf. So, and kind of leave my back door open quite often. Um, just because I have a little dog that wants to go in and out. He's too small to go through the dog door. Um, so yesterday, a bird flew in, swooped down on my head, and then flew up and landed on my dog's urn, and it sat there for a few minutes. It was chirping. So after that, it flew into the kitchen. So I followed it into the kitchen, and it wasn't panicking or anything. And then I noticed that there was a second bird in there, which I didn't see fly in. And so, yeah, they weren't panicking or anything. They were just like flying around. They were both robins, female robins. So I opened up the kitchen door and just propped open the screen so they could both fly out. And they were there for a good, I don't know, 15 minutes before leaving. So I thought it was a kind of cool thing. And it was weird because I just put their stockings up because I do that every year since they've passed. I still put up their stockings. But for two birds to fly in on Christmas morning, it was pretty cool. And then for it to fly directly and line up on my dog's urn and stay there for a few minutes and then fly out. I mean, it could have landed anywhere, up on the windowsill, up on top of the curtain rod, anywhere in the house. But it flew directly to the urn, so that was kind of cool. Um all right, so let me see. Yeah, it was kind of a trip because both of them were females. So I just thought that was kind of a trip because I mean male robins are a little bit more colorful, but these were both females. There's a few robins that I see around sometimes, but never um yeah, they never fly in through the back door. And I usually see them all in the front anyway. It's kind of weird. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And um, I mean, I mean, as long as apps don't have audio banks, if they're not banked audio, I think it's fine. It's just I don't particularly like apps that have banked audio because when you do get replies, I mean, it's programmed audio that's there. Now, if it's just um like banks of like if they use something like just IP radio stations, because all you're doing is picking up radio. I mean, you know, it's scanning through IP radio, just like FM radio or something like that. And if Spirit's going to manipulate the audio, they're going to manipulate the audio. You're not going to get pre-recorded um, audio like you or answers like from a recording or something like that. So I just think that the chances of you hearing um, Spirit over radio frequency opposed to banked audio, it's totally, I don't know. There's just a lot of different theories behind it, but I just don't me particularly like I don't like using banked audio. There's just too many chances for false positives. Yeah, I mean, some people use static. None of my boxes, all my boxes, they're tuned. So I tuned the radios to remove all static. So the only thing that you're going to hear out of my boxes, you won't hear any static coming through my boxes. You're going to hear just clean audio. It's just something a technique that I've used, and it seems to work. A lot of people try to use pedals, things like that, to take out audio, but when you do that, or take out static, but when you do that, you're going to miss out whispers. You're going to miss out a lot of things like that. Just whispers, really faint voices, things like that. And I find a lot of faint voices coming through radio, or over the radio, or over the radio waves, I should say, or radio frequencies. So anyway. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start up. Let me start up the radio real quick. Hold on one second. Okay. So I'm going to start at one radio, and then I'm going to start up the IP radio also. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start up the Ghost Box sessions. I was just looking through to see if there was any questions. I'm sorry. So sometimes I get a little distracted. When I'm reading through the responses, I just want to make sure that that there's no questions up above. So I'm just scrolling through all the messages that I'm getting here on the chat. All right. Just bear with me for a second. I'm just getting ready to pull up the screens here. All right, I'm going to switch cameras, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to see if I could switch views. I haven't used this. I guess we'll just do it this way. Let me hide. All right, let me turn up the audio.
Thanks. To the jump. You can capital this. Other. Being more when there's Detroit, I don't know. And I think what did they play? Is the to a national body it made 13 more pro humanized to get out and then this clear is
Jamie wants to know if there's any immediate family members that would like to communicate with her.
To a British long the chose back sorry I'm with a friend in the student hands everything counted for strong the primary camp said they made from BC help year rule place go it just technology
I am.
They have
Mark, who do you have a message for?
the
Roman
7
and
and what
This
is tonight?
looks like
editor.
Okay. That thing
He's a
This is
two.
Is Chris or Sam here with us?
round.
top is
Ball game.
Two. During
fighting.
All in.
but us
20 face.
L.
You have to keep it.
If it's
union
Failure.
But it's your
Are Bonnie and Clara together?
time
Knife.
by the way with 13
That we see.
up
Yes.
people. German
Jim, who are you trying to get into contact with?
no task
Here and
the world
The-
trade
being
What your
need
knee?
we're gonna see 1,000
website.
it's average
It's a
next week.
Your
specific.
is
I'm in the same 11 of
and is
Apply.
the ring.
came in.
one of
Pat
also
To rip.
no
throw in the start
nurse like how
Sure.
Sunday.
Public
singer
They
With
term
let's
thing.
Steve, are you here with us?
polar
accent arts.
Oh,
Philip?
Absolutely.
pass
And
Christmas
done for.
So, and it's
term thing
this
the vac we
come on.
nation is
still the
the
3.
so
They
easy. It's like
what wrong we
a little bit lot.
free so new
sweet.
we
Duncan.
in
Oh, yeah.
we
Is Andrew here with us?
Some soft.
They just
Mum really
and
Who just asked for help?
any
the
oh.
plan
escape.
did
24 on
Way.
strip
And
Somebody just said together. Who are you together with?
so it was
seen
trust.
people
We got
narrative
looking.
and
I should have named
rolled
now they're
some
complicated.
block.
lesser var
Hey,
the name
Design.
and
Oh, this is fun.
and
Over.
of
one of those.
Is Vicky here with us?
Spain
And the
Coming in. I don't know if you're
late and
just exactly.
we are all happening
I had
pop
he's over the
Who just said my name?
very short. So
as
New
we knew.
die.
Oh, if we
higher.
gotta
YouTube
health
5 make
billion
stay on.
for
I mean, long
was
snake.
cop. You're not. They're not. They're.
particularly
Conf.
Who's asking for help?
here but
We can.
Nah.
urgents
Medicine.
the set
No.
both and
So
I
top
it is.
but with this
Scan. It's
Your guy.
the
Playoff.
or significant.
In
well.
and you would.
this
Who's asking me for help?
Bam.
Is that
He's
they
node
want you to
I think. Yeah.
health is
process
Ball.
in
Ball. Right.
people
Dave, how can we help you?
And make
But this is
and
got a man on a
Very
done.
wall.
a
Choke me up.
Friend of that name.
or really well
a trans
And an article.
For
single of meals.
release
Oh, and are you with
and now
with Tiffany's mom and dad?
He's
the no
sit on
just a body. Play
with the Republic
The UP
really
they will
it's good. Who went
time
Is Pete here with us tonight?
I don't want
make a
must
long
one of my guys.
liners.
Who just said yes?
Wow. Good on, man.
All agree. Now ask
A holler. Percent.
for two. Just Margaret
in the
Woman, you
pick is what we call it.
have fuck.
iPod.
Does up in
Fine.
doing this
People
now
trains
yeah,
each other.
big balls that
Doesn't be used.
you will be paid.
Open.
young
You've got four
number
and Pete
Give you
Arcade.
Phoenix
and then it's like
in
as long
You're gonna read between
me
Days.
ultra
my
different
time. The Cree.
Is Donnie around us right now?
and
Donnie, you out there?
Tried.
Ready?
will work at the
Fascinating.
role playing.
Somebody said danger. Who's in danger?
Screw
Is
Substance.
fresh
especially
cold out.
I can
some time.
Says
to that.
so we've got a huge
they did
Bridge
Dolph. Somebody else.
happening. We've got
you
so you
Good
Man.
it's like
the
by a
guards.
from
Whole life.
result fact
there.
the only
Is the lead.
Truly.
oh we
Is
see
Cheryl wants to know if her grandpa Tiny died mad at her.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard no. Spec. Somebody just said, James, how can we help you?
Contact
doesn't
Need.
day that
Someone.
give you avoidable
close each other.
Go. This is you.
People apart.
your it seems
why
Ear tag.
well so
On species.
Drag a knife.
Country.
Degree.
Most un-
I'm just back. Eat.
Cure.
So.
Ceramic.
Gonna go.
confidential.
They
And pet.
need. If you
Plans. Plunge.
go.
Some.
Ed, how can we help you?
No.
Christian.
And here.
But
Yeah, we're gonna end the scan real quick, or end the session, and we'll
Verse
do another
forget.
another session here in a couple of minutes.
Just feel like
So dumb people.
Mayor.
Peace. Fight.
We will.
We fun.
All right, guys. I'm gonna try something a little bit different on the next session. Hi, Lisa. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm hearing Steve come through a lot. Steve and Ed. Ed always comes through. Bear with me for a second. I'm just setting some settings here. Trying to. All right, got it. Yeah, there's a few things that do come up. No, I know fire was coming. I heard fire a couple of times too. So yeah, I don't know why we'd hear fire. I don't know if they're trying to refer to the candle again. Somebody wants to play with the candle, make the flame go really high again and then go really low. That happened a couple of weeks ago where the candle was burning and the flame probably went up. I don't know, it was a good 6 or 7 inches tall. But Ed does come through a lot. There was James came through, Jimmy came through. I don't know if any of those I don't know if there's anybody here that those names were relevant to them or not. Yeah, Aaron, I do remember you when you were on here. It was a few weeks ago, I think. Jamie, is that who did you say that's your dad? What's your dad's name? I know that there's a little bit of a delay, like when my voice comes through. And okay, well, yeah, I mean Jimmy came through a few times. We'll see if we can, if he has anything else to say when he does come through again, or when we start up another box session. We'll see if we can get him to come through again. Tamara, if you have a question for your cousin who passed a week ago, you can throw up the letter Q and then ask your question. Just don't do it yet. You can do it once we get the session started. So if anybody has any questions, throw it up when we start the session. That way I won't have to go back and read them and not miss out on any questions. Sometimes if somebody asks a question, I'll have to scroll back up. And if there's too many responses, I might miss something. Um, Aaron, I'm doing good. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I know the next holiday coming up is New Year's. No, Aaron, if you want to help out again tonight, that's fine. I totally welcome that. Carrie, maybe we can help contact your mother. I hope you guys don't mind me sharing your questions or any comments on the screen. No, I had a good Christmas. Hey, Melanie. Welcome. Melanie is a regular on the show, and she gets a lot of responses here. Hey, Brianna. Hope you had a good Christmas. We just did one session. We had the name Jimmy and Ed come through quite a bit. We had fire coming through. I don't know what that meant. I don't know if anybody missed what we were talking about. Last week, we had somebody come through saying that he was murdered by twins, and he gave us 3 names. He said that he was murdered in a hotel, gave us a room number. It was pretty crazy. All right, Melanie, we'll talk. Yeah, we can talk after the show. Yeah, I changed the scan rate. I just adjusted everything. I slowed everything down, so it should be okay now. Yeah, Melanie's talking about the show last week. The session that we had, the last session of the night was yeah, crazy is not even a word. I mean, I was lost for words. I couldn't even talk after the session. I was just lost for words because of everything that came through. There was a few of us that were just floored. And we kind of talked about it a little bit. We're all talking about it even after the show, online and even the next day. Yeah, I know. A lot of us were. It was pretty intense. Yeah, Cindy. And thanks for tuning in again. Lisa, I try to be positive all the time. I always try to, give positive vibes. I'm just here as, like I said, a mediator, just trying to get people in contact with spirit, and spirit here to use me as a messenger. That's all. All right. So, if you guys are ready, we'll start up another session and see what we can get. So I know, Tiffany, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them up. Same thing with you, Lisa. Um, I know that there was a couple other people. I'm sorry if I'm if I'm missing anybody that also had questions, but go ahead and throw questions up now. Okay. Let me go ahead and get started. I'll switch cameras and we'll get started. There we go.
Kevin.
Who just said Kevin? Somebody said me. Who's me? Who said Kevin and then said me?
I did.
So this
Roll
now
the top. It would be
burn
Private
others.
device
Balls.
James, are you watching over Bridget? She misses you and loves you.
Thank you for. I played.
there with
Who just said thank you?
And I would.
the main
Bye bye.
London
And the it's me.
in London you ready
But the they are
close your
thumbs.
shoes you'll see
Andrew, are you here with us?
Davis.
should love
Queen.
Somebody said David is. David, are you here with us tonight?
Weekend. I gave.
I mean
Hold them.
died
Who died?
Behave.
Who just said my name?
with the
This way. This is.
Rick, will James be okay?
I can. Ultimate album. 15 minutes. See.
Jamie wants to know if her parents are together.
Piles.
John.
Daddy.
Who just said Patty? Patty, who are you trying to get in touch with? Sandy, was that you the other day playing with Summer's daughter? Davis, do you feel guilty?
I always
James, is it safe to get in touch with you? Clairvoyant wise?
Get out of bed.
12.
Thing is the guy.
Some plenty of
For that.
it's millions.
Not as want to talk. Well, I want to
Jamie wants to know if her dad helped her mom cross.
All heart. Calling is me to a
7.
Republic. That's for people.
To hear
12. Going to wear it.
Who's looking for Patty? Ryan, are you here to help me? I heard a male say will be. Are you going to be here to help me tonight?
Bashed in the App. 600 entirely. Storm. It's the car.
David, because you should, after sending me away. That's from Melanie. Does it, what, can you answer that question?
Clear.
Is
it better? 10 in the
Andrew, are you with James?
become two. 1
seconds left. Colors. On
Right.
Owen.
Color drop.
Hey, 2.
I'll take
James, have you been with Bridget on her business trip?
Elizabeth. 40. Visitors.
And then
Same place.
short.
Find that
Year-old
Which is
handle the
5.
I know.
Family mate.
Summer wants to know who's playing with her daughter.
For the elephant.
Oh, and who are you trying to speak with?
Con.
because
Well,
Right.
no, wait.
he said about in
To the lady.
in the
Who sent the cardinal yesterday?
and quite
Walk.
next
Wait. So
that's the one passes
they're gonna.
I mean
What?
Rusty's
Way over.
didn't
Owen, are you trying to get in touch with your Aunt Tiffany?
50.
Oh.
Party all
heck you man
day. He's
Wait a minute.
Did somebody just say "fuck you, man"?
Michael
two. I mean, that's a joke.
pick seeming
How we get
and then
in.
birth
Physical.
peas 48
These were
on
5
Ask me
as well but For
Yeah, I know. I heard that too. Somebody said, "Fuck you, man." Yeah, don't worry while you're listening to this.
Up to I do.
Ryan, can you please help us?
Yeah, I need 1 point.
Jalen, are you here with us?
The trick.
Who just said Patricia? Who are you trying to contact?
Ribs. One client.
Melanie wants to say I'm sorry to Dave for hating you all of these years. Are you out of pain? Sam, are you here with us?
Yeah.
Sam just said yes. Angelo, are you okay? I heard another yes. Did you want to say hi to Miss Abbott? James, do you still love Bridget?
Head home.
I heard a male say very much. Tamara wants to know if her Thea Lupe is here with Lupita is here with us. Ryan, can you help the spirit communicate one at a time, please? Dave, did you ever love Melanie as your own? I heard yes, talk to me. Angelo, did you bring Rick to Regina?
Again?
Who is looking for Patty? Love? James, can you please start coming to Bridget in her dreams? Dave, Melanie wants to let you know that she's sorry she tried to keep the family together, but she failed you. Sorry.
Does that
book. Brand I know donors benefit.
and
Evil
God care for
visions
your next.
than that's right.
source
Evil
Do his blood support.
power
is black.
I said visit
From
blend
I'm a general. My strategy
Star Wars
mercy to another in the Jesus
movie of
place.
Jalen, can you help Mr. Mike?
Hello.
to me what
fake
Give this
word
100.
forget 6
Every
Virginia, are you looking for Patty?
I'm outside
when the tribes
usually
on it.
not the tree.
They made it.
Dave, do you ever come to visit Melanie or her sister or brother?
But
Tori, this is we're doing live ghost box sessions just to see if we can get people contacted with their loved ones. All right, we're going to end the session.
in my
All right. So those of you that are just joining, yeah, this is just we're doing live ghost box sessions, trying to get people connected with their loved ones or see if we can communicate with spirit. Yeah, it was a little crazy. So I'm going to mix things up. I'm just going to do probably just one ghost box at a time, or maybe two. But one of them's going just responses only, and then the other one's just scanning. So, and you guys are welcome. So what we'll do is we'll kind of go through a session for 10-15 minutes, and then we'll stop. Once the spirit once spirit starts getting a little quiet, we'll just stop when we're just hearing like radio coming through, things like that. But you'll be able to hear when there is responses coming through. There was a couple of names coming through. Yeah, their spirit do transition, so you won't hear a lot of things coming through. And sometimes they'll like kind of they'll start trying to communicate over each other. So yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes because they're like trying to compete with each other to communicate. So sometimes we'll ask a spirit to come through and help with the communication. So I'm just reading some of the comments here. I'm just looking up a couple of things. Just bear with me for a second. All right. Yeah, we can't make them respond. I mean, um, we basically just listened to responses. Yes, we can ask spirit to come through, but we can't control who's going to respond and who will. It does take spirit a lot of energy, so it's not like there's other people out there who claim to communicate with different celebrities, things like that, and you just have to take that with a grain of salt because a lot of it's just pre-recorded audio. So sorry, I'm just reading responses. So if I get quiet, it's just because I'm reading responses or um or what people are saying in the chats. So I'm trying just my best to make sure that everybody's getting their questions answered and see if anybody is trying to ask some things or if has any questions for me or anything like that. Okay. No, I was just reading a message, a comment from Melanie. Okay, now I understand. Sandy, no, I mean, I think spirit can come through at any time. I've had spirit come through like a week after they were gone. Some have been gone for a long time. Um, yeah, you just really don't know. Lisa, I mean, like, oh, sorry, wrong one. I mean, I see spirits. I wouldn't say all the time, but often. Um, it's there's really nothing to be afraid of. Sometimes they might have a message for you, or they're trying to say something. I honestly don't think there's anything to be afraid of, honestly. So no, I mean, I think spirit interact with each other all the time. Um, I think they're all on the same plane once they pass. Um, yeah, Tori, if you have a question, go ahead and feel free to ask. I don't know if you've been seeing other people posting questions, but when when I'm getting ready to do a session, another session, just type in the letter Q, type in your question, and then I'll read the question during the next session. That's basically how it works. Don't ask a question too early because, like I said, I'll scroll up and sometimes a lot of the text or people talking, I'll miss a question. So I try to go up as far as I can, but sometimes I'll still miss something. So just wait until we get started and then I'll ask. Yeah, Lisa, I mean, everybody has their own abilities. Some people can't see anything, people hear communication. Everybody has different abilities. So like I said, I mean, I don't claim to be a psychic or anything. I know I have certain abilities, but I just, it is what it is. I think. Um, so I don't claim to be anything. I'm just me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start it. We'll start up another session. Um, sorry, I'm just answering questions. Um, honestly, I don't I don't know. I mean, I've heard instances where somebody saw somebody that passed and they saw them as a child in a home that they passed in. Um so I don't know. I they might be able to come back and show themselves at different ages. Doesn't necessarily have to be when they passed. No, and I kind of agree with James. I mean, I think that they can come back as, any image that they want to portray of themselves. Hey, welcome, Sharon. All right, so let me go ahead and I'll start up another session here. Just starting something up real quick. Oh. Okay, so let's go ahead and start up here in a minute. Okay, I was just reading, making sure that I didn't miss anything. I'm going back up and seeing if I missed any questions before I get started. Looks like I did not. So, all right, Corey, or Tori, I'm sorry. I'll get started with your question. So let me go ahead and switch cameras, and then I will start up.
The next
level.
pass
Ram.
for definite idea. And
Tori wants to know if her mom passed away peacefully.
who's the depth. Do you have Unen
But
and then
and
Saying that
respect
no
is
idea.
the mayor.
Vegetable
I'm
sleep.
from the tooth. Not
Regina wants to know she's dating a new guy. Is he good for her? Is Loretta here with us? Stephanie felt somebody touch her hand the other night when she was asleep. Was it her dad, Donnie? Yeah. I heard Mel say yes. Donna, are you with mom and dad? James, are you do you respect Bridget for wanting to be with you one day instead of moving on? Sandy wants to know if anyone's here for her. Carla, are you happier now? Dave, should Melody be with Trev? Cindy wants to know if Grandma Eileen is here. Who just said here? Somebody said injured. How are you injured?
The rock around
The second
at the COVID.
has
Go on in the
someone
special
While you have
to
you for
because he
today
came in.
yeah
Get we
it is they
still exposure.
their bosses. Russell
Bus
a car bike guy
far.
heart like me
admit
passing free piss
we
Live in the one
heart all
at his
but just for
our own full
show up so you
800
Did anybody die from COVID that's here with us tonight?
coach a brand new
He's round.
Who just said yeah?
there was so
Couple of
Dry
chapter by the time.
for
immersive
corner.
Steve
After the fight.
president
It's a
president
Kyle
Editors of
a week
term like
right
order.
part fun
COVID
picking
was
Round leave.
glue game
sponsor
frequent
1,000
And you it on
already
was got
politics.
the vote
with that. Just that never
for would have
and presidents
Actually,
choose. Just
I'm not a
fans
the army.
he's
Javette had a brother pass away last December. She's having a lot of bad things happen to her. Are things going to get better for her soon?
And
hell was like look at the
We just asked for help.
control the
but will be
the 5%
have a
very good
election
game shot in
you with
radio
Jamie, prayers going out to you.
shoot their
Hope you get better soon.
up and
takes
practice
it as a
classic
Chris, do you visit Cindy?
there's no
relation
Are you happy now?
carry
and
Who's the female that keeps on asking for help? Can you give me your name?
after
to for his
announced
urging
the
secrecy
Station.
denied
to
just
off I can't
little bit
build in the yes removed
and to
he for say
has sent line says it
what
test
Bunny. Internet
store
Who said Tess? Who's Tess? Tess, do you need help?
after
Today.
question
answer
this is brought coming up
words about
to
sure
Can you give me the name of the person that passed away from cancer?
block
they want
says
and
this
now become
curious first
just
taking
it
to shortlist from night
service
of
cock
Mike
doing
this team
and it is
for
counted
Yeah, they're not saying.
for the radio
We might have to end this session soon.
read the hero
how
island
Pacific
soldier
Who was the female that was crying?
injured is also
so much bucks first
is
the
pad now
James, are you with her? With Bridget's sister Michelle?
NFL
sure long
Stephanie, what was your dad's name?
unbelievable is
an account
perfect
out that's where we
looks
I love does this ball. So
Well,
exactly
Who's telling me to stand up?
stuff. Keep
some
From
dis
second.
and
Bears
and
keep able to
for endemic
still
Get
nothing. Some of the
growing.
tree
maybe the
line
they
strange spider cow.
took one
pump
even
So they
max.
will
Is there Angel here with me?
It's gone.
to
I can
snake
travel
As we like
anybody.
nearly
So somebody said Angel and Light.
nation
Is somebody positive here with me?
Look at
to
I don't it later.
and who
Really,
act
and
I mean, Tampa
attic.
All right, let's go ahead and stop the session.
that.
7
With foot.
All right. Yeah, there was a lot of names coming through that time. Melanie, it sounds like Dave was coming through a lot for you tonight. Yeah, I don't know. There was a female voice that kept on coming through and asking for help too. Yeah, Kevin, your name always comes through. Last week you weren't here and somebody was asking for Kevin a couple of times. Somebody said, "Where's Kevin?" Oh, you're welcome, Carrie. Carrie, I mean, if you keep on trying, I mean, we can't predict when somebody's going to come through. Um, just keep a positive thoughts and an open mind, and usually that will help also. Um, it's just you never know when spirit's going to come through or who they're going to want to have a message for. Oh, you're welcome, Tori. Like I said, I mean, if you guys have anybody you want to communicate with, I mean, that's what I'm here for. Nora will try to contact your brother. On the Black Mirror. Let me switch cameras real quick. There's really nothing there. It might be in front of there. There looks like a dark black square. I mean, might be reflection from where the camera is mounted. Not sure. Yeah, it's 111. It's 111 here. Yeah, never second guess yourself. Your intuition, always go with your intuition. That's your best. Always listen to your intuition. Sorry, I just like reading everybody's comments, and sorry I get a little quiet. I just like to read everybody's comments, that way I can, kind of keep it going. No, I know, Melanie. I mean, I always try to reflect. You know that, tuning in weekly now. You're a regular here. Sorry, I just try not to, I don't want to bore anybody, so um no, there are people here. I don't know why I know that the software has changed. So yeah, I don't know why the view count is at 0. Um I don't know if it's the new software. It's not showing the count. Where's Ellensburg, Aaron? Okay, yeah, on my side it's showing 0. I don't know why it says that, but whatever. I don't go by that anyway. I never look at the count. I'll just look and make sure I'm live, and that's pretty much it. Okay, I just didn't know where that is. I'm like I said, I'm in California, so maybe you have a warrant out for you, Jamie. And they're going to be coming for you. I'm joking. No, I'm glad that you guys are tuning in. I have a lot of fun doing this show. Um, as you can tell, I'll stay up till 4 o'clock a lot. So it's fun. No, it's good to see everybody putting up where they're from. Kind of cool to see that. We have a lot of people here that tune in from the UK, Australia. Um, I know some of you on the East Coast are a little crazy to stay up with me, but hey, I appreciate it. from Cucamonga from Rancho. Well, thank you, Bridget, for what you do. We appreciate first responders, especially with these crazy times. This is my only outlet. This is the only time that I really communicate with people because um, I'm just kind of stuck at home. So, I look forward to doing the show. Sometimes I kind of want to get on early or even in the middle of the day just to chit chat with people, but I don't. Some of you might have seen me on during the day when I'm doing sound checks or something like that, testing out new equipment or something, or new software. But anyway, enough rambling. We'll get back and do some more sessions. I just wanted, some people were taking a break. Yeah, Aaron, I've kind of thought about doing a show like that one day. That would kind of be a trip. I think we talked about being stoned and doing investigations or just being in an altered state of mind. I think honestly, I think it opens you up. Um, and it actually, I think it enhances things and it enhances your abilities. And I did a little test on that. Um, and I talked about that on a show a little bit, and some of the things I was picking up were freaking dead on. And talking to other investigators that did an investigation somewhere, and I went there without knowing anything, and some of the things I picked up on, I was like dead on, and they were surprised on what I was picking up on because nobody really knew much about the location. So when I came back and I was talking to them about it, they were pretty amazed on what I picked up on. I've never tried shrooms, so um anyway, we're going off on a different tangent, but I mean, honestly, I mean, I think that's why, like some of my ancestors, when they would do peyote and things and get visions, and go on a vision quest, that's they did it on an altered mind and or state of mind, I should say. And that's some of the things that I think why I have the abilities that I do, and I do get those visions. And people are like pretty jealous because they've never had any visions like I've had and things like that. So um anyway, well, that's good to know, Aaron. So am I. So um anyway, all right, let's get back to this and um see what we can pick up on. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and throw up your questions now, and I'll go ahead and start up. I'll start this up, and then we'll get started. Hold on one second. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. No, I think it's a good thing, Aaron. And I don't know if that has anything to do with our abilities and things like that. Just from heritage, and then we just never closed off to that. Because a lot of people close off. Everybody's born with abilities. So when, at a certain age, a lot of people just tune it out. Some people don't. Or they just don't, they have those abilities just continue and they're open to it. So they just don't turn that off. And anyway. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Throw up your questions and then I'll go ahead and switch cameras and get started.
Single accusations.
We are
Tori wants to know if her mom has any messages for her.
the ground.
Is beautiful.
5.
This is
James, should Bridget continue working on her abilities to communicate with you, or should she stop? Is 2021 going to be a better year for us?
Film once piece of
And you might
I think
Is
I am. Okay.
Vicky, Cindy wants to know when you're going to send her a good guy.
Okay. So
credit
bang
in the tomb.
them.
pulled
Change.
for look police
Mike.
shola
I look now.
Jeannie wants to know if anybody's there for her.
Ink.
Her heart hurts
So wait.
with so many losses.
grab
Often.
side
For Natalie.
History.
yahoo
Out of the
sus
Is anybody here for Tammy?
I best.
Snapshot.
Page
that's right
Dr. Blaze.
Rick, are you going to give Cheryl a sign?
The path.
by the
And
poorly object
Let it-
that's right. This
I'm a
Minute.
goes
straight and like yeah.
the
And
sun
Regina wants to know if she should stay at her current job or look for or accept a new job offer.
on the minister that's right
Under
the for
combo.
by
For
before
Tiffany wants to know if Grandma June comes to visit her.
that your horse
Nick.
cool
it's about
come on
Leading.
everybody
take
years allow your
Snack.
creation
million to be
Did a ghost turn off Melanie's radio the other day?
to
are no
with
put down
the
the
Meaning.
of later press
And big
40 casual
to ignore.
So anyone dream
Farm.
use
Who just came through and said hello?
Redact.
thing
I make
it's
Line.
Who just giggled?
because
that's
Can you give us your name?
System.
And I've
Mit
So-
has me
height
press
code the station.
then 50
Well,
picture just to lift
You did.
and
from the order
and
into
the best
the arm pressure
It would.
goes in
now
get us
come out.
Control. Comic.
Tori wants to know if that was her mom that said something about Christmas.
Wave.
Howard.
has the power
Knowledge.
Ryan, can you please get a hold of somebody's father for us, please?
like to Gallagher live
Month.
the some
Members.
The
fill in
By
leg.
X
eat
E.
Chris, Cindy wants you to know that she loves and misses you.
Well,
see
on back.
snap.
our life
Who's shaking Cindy's bed?
Being or
Would have
stories.
Somebody say Sam?
fill in
not.
he's trying
you was
BBC being a
Done.
great
Virginia wants to know if Enzo will be okay.
With all
and value
not
Here on
Who just said Cindy?
story.
pressure.
or
Cindy, do you know a Sam?
Back.
18.
ladies and gentlemen.
League. Think about
Theory.
People are
support.
Idiot. Oh,
Things
immersed.
where
Ryan, can you please bring in her father for her, please?
went up
Pollution.
then you somebody helps
party world
and
The wreck.
knows to help with what
Tracy wants to know if her pop is here.
And
the think about
full.
let's just
Somebody said love you.
Which
Done.
I can't
Queen
Who just said you can't?
similar
For months.
mind
he will
Quick.
get more
again
about her
Got.
really there
Your help.
to have play can bear it's about
Christmas.
Amal just came through and said yes.
cop
pain
we go
Strike.
Bridget, I don't know if that was for you.
Guess what?
back to the just friend of
I
All
think
of them.
conversation
18 ends.
I think
has the
tell me
Sold.
he's goes to pot
again
Part.
and
that
X-ray.
possibility again if
has the
For call.
receiving
had not
Comp. Of the
we'll see
part of the
in a
thing
voting
is
campaign
eliminated.
he's not at least
bring
match
corona
Leave.
day success
radio
and the day
has
One.
the center
man
that
to move
Transport.
On the only
Some put it
Looking.
Yeah, we heard Stan come through a little while ago,
choosing
or I did.
northern
large
vote
Right.
and reason.
it's like
And
I'm super
Travel to
want to put
Somebody just said Rick and Barry.
week
It's or
and I
which don't
My bad.
that's what
Javette wants to know if her brother's watching over her mom.
for
it's some
the card
Who sent the cardinal to Christie?
through the line
northern part
5
trip
that's long 7 place
reasons in a vacuum.
to avoid metric football
Master
but promise he's got
David
Jimmy, are you looking out for Troy's husband?
working right or no one is there
Bridget wants to know, James, how will she recover the deleted photos of you two together?
for you 20 big behind OC cold yes fit the way you
Gene, are you here? Your daughter Tracy's looking for you. Wants to communicate with you.
and more
I just heard Sam and Tom.
like him the cigarette to be
Sam, are you reaching out again?
28 for we've been 8 he's it is
Going.
on it's jet performance
flocks.
what
when else
Rick, are you trying to get in touch with Regina?
burned off Christmas
that
Corner.
this is
like
Close to
know that team we can
it the
That's
exact
right.
direction going
him
store
Pull-ups over.
football if you favorite
to get it
comment
think that
Speed.
thank you
virus
full of
to it start
out
Black.
movie
the
on here that was
I just heard Kobe.
try looks and around
Ooh. trying
Summer wants to know if her husband's dad Clayton is around us.
room
Work.
for
Chris
I heard him else say yes.
about signing
Nat.
read
Okay.
teams out here
Oh, pitch.
I just heard a name male say Reed.
on
Free.
50
is really about them
it can
I'm through
become
when
apron
We.
100 are these numbers
is
genuine
should have
something about
with the and
seem to
Enough.
All right, we're going to end the session.
a
affect you
Shouldn't.
if you can correct
in for people
As it was.
hang on a
present jet
we're seeing
Or.
more
state
this and were you
Alert.
seen
each
and they
always
already
it's a
From.
the need just
the is with
position go there
Not the. And.
that
pulls
issues
bomb
got the
Those are
in a
help
beginning.
from the
Who is the female that just said help?
knowledge.
And it
Can you give us a name, please?
Raise
Yeah, this session is live. Why do you keep on saying Kobe?
their
term people
We've been Earth is COVID. But
All right, yeah, I just had to end the session. So did some of you get the so did some of you get your questions answered? Nancy, I don't know what you mean about the tour location. Well, I'm glad that Kobe's test came out negative. There, Melody. Sorry, I'm just reading through the comments here. For those of you that just joined us, thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm going to do this again. So, I'm going to be giving away some paranormal equipment. Let me switch cameras real quick. So I'm going to give away a ghost, a REM pod like this, or a ghost box. It'd be whoever wins the contest would be able to pick. Let me just demo the REM pod real quick. Anyway, so to do that, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I just copied the link below. I'll share this again. So if you just go to my Facebook page, click on the like button, and hit the subscribe button, and that would I just wanted, once I hit 1,000 likes or subscribers, sorry, just a little tongue tied. I'm going to give away one of these boxes or REM pods, whatever. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Nancy. That's so sad. Hope she gets well soon. So anyway, I was just reading some comments here. Hello, Melissa. Thanks for joining us tonight. I see there's a few new people that have joined us tonight. Welcome to the show. Basically, what we do is live ghost box sessions, and we try to get communicate with spirit, see if we could contact, get answers for loved ones that might have had somebody pass. Maybe get some questions answered, get you some closure, things like that. It's happened in the past on a couple of shows, which is pretty cool. We will find out who Tom and Jimmy are. Jimmy came through earlier. We got the name Jimmy earlier. Tom came through earlier. Sometimes I'll remember names that have come through. Bella, welcome to the show. I try to, anytime I see somebody come in, I'll usually say welcome. I try to get to as many people as I can, call them out. And welcome, Regina. Like I said, I usually stay on. I only schedule the show for an hour, but we always go for at least 3.5, sometimes 4. I'm here in California, so it's 1:45 right now. So, well, Melissa, and thanks for tuning in. I do this show every Saturday night. Starts at 11:45 p.m. Pacific time. I tried to do. I wanted to do a 3 a.m. show, so I scheduled it for closer to 3 a.m. on the East Coast time, because if I did it on the West Coast, most people on the East Coast would probably still be asleep or just waking up. So anyway, and I didn't know where we were going to first go off with this, how this show was going to go. But so far it's been pretty cool. It turned out to everybody wanted to try to get in touch with loved ones. So that's kind of the premise of the show now. And it just goes off, and sometimes spirit will tell us how they died. Last week we had a spirit tell us that he was murdered, gave us 3 people that were involved, gave us asked him how he was murdered, told us he was murdered in a hotel, give us a room number. It was pretty intense. Which part of Oregon are you from? Yeah, we get a lot of weird stuff. That's right. I think Bridget, you were here when when that happened. That was, I don't know, that was a few weeks ago. Gotcha. I've never been to Eugene. I've been to Grants Pass. That's probably as far as I've been in Oregon. All right, so what we'll do is yeah, I still would like to go out into Eugene and Portland, and also go up to Washington. Yeah, I'm gonna do more ghost box sessions. We're just chatting right now, but we're gonna go ahead and I was just waiting for a couple of more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So the way that this works is when I start up a ghost box session, go ahead. If anybody has any questions, just type in the letter Q, type in your question, and then I will get to your question, and I'll ask that during the session. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get this started. So let me switch cameras.
Information.
Aaron.
It's but would be
All right, good night, Cindy.
in a pan school. Yeah.
Dig.
With he was
Wonders.
described to make it quote
And
be well
Angela wants to know if her Aunt Susie came to her for Christmas.
information because enough
possible.
You might
far
call it
Going.
work
James, does Bridget need to continue working in VA, or should she go back home?
Doing
with your people
powers be
just whether
Christy wants to know if any loved ones are out there trying to reach her.
thing.
isn't again.
farm
We
Your turn.
Mr. Again.
work genetic
Or Bill.
had cove
Frame is not
nat is all
whether it's
why do
and
it's in the
It doesn't.
what we
or
Virginia wants to know if her brother-in-law will finally get answers.
ask
You know when you in your pocket.
Auntie Susie, are you with Angela now?
The body's
The eye broad.
does.
To the
Sandy wants to know if Andrew is here.
Sites. Host
of the
excuse.
box. Matt
Don't know. You should do it.
Javette wants to know if her brother will, if she can hear from her brother tonight.
but
That the
live with
Missa wants to know if her mom or dad have anything to say to her.
the most
Do you have any messages for her?
works.
Sneaks.
My
Virus.
Off the cuff.
in
Push.
what to live
Left. From.
to do
pocket for
Yeah, I heard love you.
in the
The kicks. Still.
resume.
Great.
If it was
The pro.
afraid to
Javette wants to know if her life is going to be getting easier soon.
Early.
Who said here? Can you give us a name?
Just
is
90.
Is Kevin a demon killer?
for the pro
on the way
of the
to be
game to be
B minute.
I just heard demon.
population.
this
Angela is. Angela wants to know if her brother Tommy is around the new baby.
Virus.
I know.
So do
Want
your guy
patient.
Who just said died? How did you die?
each other
The
the job the
Tom? Tom, who are you here to talk to?
be
so many
No.
well
Who just said Mary?
London.
Regina wants to know if her dad is around her and the kids. Yeah? Somebody said yeah. Angela wants to know if any loved ones are here to talk to her. Ed?
Head up.
Gates.
Letter.
Who keeps on saying Aaron?
Around.
Yes. Back. Turn.
And
Almost.
Who just said keep trying? Who was the message to keep trying for? I just heard Sally. Family? Regina wants to know if her dad and late husband are together on the other side.
Developing.
Right now.
Ready.
Brother?
Begin.
Christmas.
The left.
But
Danger. Out. Avoid it.
more people.
Olo. Record.
Putting on.
Fast.
Is the family saying, is Aaron's family asking for Aaron?
Develop.
Max.
Who said yeah?
No. Way. Void.
Keep
Come on.
with
With.
Have already big
Who just said Rob? Angela wants to know if Tommy wants to talk. Yeah, I heard love you, Aaron.
Tracy, if you realize
Genesis.
Burn him.
history, future,
Who's saying love you, Aaron?
We It's a
I just heard Kevin.
Two. From
Stephanie, thanks for tuning in. I know it's getting late for you.
I'm running. See?
Gina, who are you trying to reach out to?
people. Just you're a wood. Good evening. The hair. Zill. Sure.
Who just asked for Rob again? Susie, are you with Tommy? Is Sean or Helen here for Tracy? Is that little Kevin? Are you trying to speak with Aaron? I just saw the flame get really bright. It caught my attention out of the corner of my eye.
I'm in a
morning.
Jenna, how old are you? Who's trying to get in contact with Gina? Ronnie, are you here with us tonight?
Do you
blog?
We never
Life to
Facing.
business?
I live.
comp
Oh.
Europe.
Perfect.
Been just vague
triple review.
yesterday.
Special.
If it's little Kevin coming in, can you please lower the flame?
Brian, and all the
For what?
extended
For me.
we do it.
Fine.
Acting.
Down.
Gives helps me.
Answer.
Preview.
We can heal.
If somebody's here with us, can you
Quote.
lower the flame or make the flame go really high?
Hot.
CC. Please.
Drop.
Start.
Order be
Do
nights
Republic.
leaders and
Active.
Is that
I'm a
shadow issue?
Did not.
23
Close.
for me. I'm right.
Yeah, I know. I just heard F you, but I kind of ignored it.
And
Javette wants to know if her brother's with her dad.
Tempered interest.
second.
No.
The city liability.
Neither.
Everything is covered.
Yeah, Spirit always tells me off.
Please.
Okay.
Get up.
Hospital.
Minute. Dreaming.
I'm not
For
20.
Who just said hospital? Who's in the hospital?
I didn't.
seen it. Patch.
The more sure from that history.
All of these.
Brad D. On
3.
up. Snap.
Just
the head.
Arm is just
Kevin, you can go play with Aaron at any time.
On
You're out.
state.
He still thinks about you every day.
maybe.
midnight.
The he reached.
What?
I knew.
If you're here with us, Kevin, can you make the flame go up or down?
I'm a
I'm black.
lesson.
German.
You have point in the
I'll sit.
what?
Refugee on
Really come.
Game. Same. Since
Acts. Compelling.
was.
Illinois to be responsible.
I heard a little kid say yes.
Great.
Victim.
Kevin, was that you saying yes?
There.
the rest.
Big. The match.
Explosion.
Cover.
Say.
Yeah, hit nature.
Which
Intel.
Was war.
React.
blowing.
Help.
Okay, I'm gonna end the session now.
Wrong.
The matter.
Yeah, the flame was going up. Kind of like when we did ask. When I asked if the flame can go up, it did go up a couple of times. That was pretty cool. And when Aaron asked if his friend Kevin was here, I heard the little kid giggle as the flame went up. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. Yeah, what I did there, Melanie, was I've changed lenses just so I can try to get everything in focus, because with the other lens that I was using in the past, some things would be a little bit out of focus, like with the. So let me change cameras real quick so I can demonstrate. So in the past, like the Black Mirror was a little bit out of focus, because it will focus more on the objects in the foreground, and at least with this camera, it will everything will be in focus. So that's why I changed the lens. And the flame, yes, I know the flame isn't as bright as it normally looks. Um, it's just because of the lens that I'm using. So, anyway, just wanted to give you a little story on that. But I mean, you still can see the flame. It just doesn't look as like colorful as it normally does. That's all. But I just wanted to kind of change things up just in case we saw something in the Black Mirror, like we've seen in the past. And you see like the objects like behind me. Um, well, that's weird. I just noticed something. I have this projector that projects light behind me. It'll project like it looks like clouds or smoke behind me, and that projector is off, and I just noticed that. Huh. There's no way that that projector should have gone off. That's weird. That is weird. Something powered it off. Huh. Sorry, I'm just trying to change the settings on this thing. What's that? Oh, there we go. So yeah, I don't know when that turned off. I just noticed it. It's been on the whole time. And then all of a sudden I just noticed it was off. That's really strange. Anyway, kind of strange. So I don't know if anybody had any responses to them during that. Kind of seemed like there was a couple of people that did. I know Aaron did. I don't know if that was Kevin that turned off the little projector. I don't know. That's weird. It keeps on changing. I never had that happen before. That's weird. Sorry, I keep on looking at the what's happening with the projector. I don't know why it's doing that. It's never done that before. Sorry. Yeah, no, I heard Gina also come through. Um Yeah, somebody said boo. And I know when people do hear responses, yes, it is very emotional. Um, Kind of like last week's session, I did get a little emotional. I got a little, lost for words with the session that we did. So there's just a lot of things that do happen during these sessions, and it can get a little emotional. So I totally get that. Yeah, I think a lot of times when we do get caught off guard, yeah, we do get a little emotional, things like that. I know it's getting late for a lot of people, but we're just going to keep on plowing through until everybody wants to just stop doing the sessions. I might need to run and grab something to drink. I'm getting a little, my mouth is getting a little dry. No, that's fine. I mean, I'd like you guys to share, what you guys are feeling or your emotions, things like that. And it's okay. That's what we're here for. I'm always here to, talk to people, help people heal, whatever. I'm a very giving person and I just like to make people happy. So this candle keeps on getting like super bright. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but it's getting really, really bright. Um, and I can see the reflection. So it doesn't really look that bright from this camera or that angle, but this one it does. If you look at the candle just behind me to my left, um, yeah, it gets really bright. I might have to switch camera lenses again next week. Just switch them back. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take a really quick break. Um, I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. All right, sorry guys, I had to go grab some water real quick. Marcy, I'll ask the question here in a minute once we get started back. So, Aaron, does that mean that you're smoking? Missa, you can ask whatever you want. That's fine. If you want to, you can ask any question, and nothing is, everything's open. Yeah, no, I know water is boring on its own. I normally put some flavoring in it, but I was just trying to hurry. And I already had a couple of monsters earlier, so. All right, so let's go ahead. I know we took a little bit of a break, but let's go ahead and start back up. Yeah, it's very good to cry. All right, Marcy. So we'll start with your question once I get this started, and then Missa, if you want to ask your question, just go ahead and throw it down in the comments, and then we'll get to your question also. So let me go ahead and switch over, and we'll get started. Sorry, I hate this new interface, but anyway. Let's do that one. Okay. Somebody just said angel, and we were going to ask a question. Missa wants to know if regarding Angel's insight on what she's supposed to be doing.
Whether truth listens. Free.
Marcy has a question. Friend Julie's daughter passed away there 3 years ago this week. On Monday at 3 a.m., her radio unexpectedly stationed. I'm sorry. Marcy, I think there was somebody tring to get in touch with her. Sorry.
Look at
Chrissy, the REM pod hasn't been going off at all.
with him.
Angela wants to know, Susie, are you around Aunt Patty?
Buddy.
Great day for his full it's
Cook. Oh.
created. He will
Had the
I try
had
Face.
in
and then check
the
actually
who might
Ryan, can you make the REM pod go off, please?
go.
call
Okay, fine.
the
cars.
Could go call
launch night.
the pick
He's a
for
Parent.
the
How many spirits are here with us?
he's
from
They're mine.
Somebody say 12?
and they
very much
Trump. Repeated.
went down
before with
How many spirits are here
And-
to communicate with people in this room?
we
Online.
lie.
Joe.
partner
We make
it is
Fully
want to see by the
And a kid.
why
community
this whole
that's
and be
Just
plan
non
up
this
just to show.
owns
quarter
Becky.
five
I have a
Entire.
Did Beth visit Julie?
is
my name.
So
we're
A week.
just a lot.
Maybe that's
We knew it.
Is Susie's spirit here with us?
rising
keep
is
oh,
that I
set
and if you
we just
all
There.
and the
on.
well over before big
Tax.
I got
the
Telling under.
football
Power. They milk.
hopefully don't
Can have
build to me
also TV
Tracy wants to know if her grandma Sissy's here.
something.
but I very
you can
like he's
War. And
Melanie wants to know if Michael, are you here with us this week?
see
first, I think.
can't
Isn't it?
Way back.
in
He has.
seems
page
mount the
it was
Test.
top of
We saw the force.
team here in the
hands the
In,
thing
the
we had
every
Setting
that last six
and technology.
differently
more spin on
that
get
to the Maldo
Involved pride.
how many stuff and
last word.
like you a lot for
Who just said fuck you?
side
and a
Basic
Observe.
it's three gaps
we're gonna
red
action.
side pick
ability
Mike, are you here?
into
thing
True.
draft section
down
Who just said bitch?
and
Sweet.
You would.
really
usually
Alice.
to be
Light.
Hey, Corey, no problem. Good luck with your Zoom tomorrow.
Nest.
Susie, are you here with us tonight?
Wasn't.
oh it's affection
Collaborate.
There's no
Then we keep perfect. Right.
number.
Leaves.
I think
There.
maybe
The site.
as long as it
Missa wants to know if her mother artist has anything to say to her.
brown.
Mem.
So six
Uh,
sure it's
insect.
three about
To be
Feature.
no
West.
quarter
be off that Sarah's way
it's
like problems.
where who's happy
ways of it.
Cleveland
And then what? Who's
nothing
Eve. Question to
get ding the
about? Who's a broad piano?
God pipe
brand.
Who just said God?
that's
Relax.
there's a
Simple piece of
you're to people on
and that
further
Ed, are you here with us again, Ed?
hey no
or
Yeah, I heard yes. Who just had that? Who just said something in that deep voice?
as
There's a deep voice coming through. Who are you?
forever.
Going on
I teach
so
Does anybody have a message for Missa?
whenever
and center word at
middle
personal
continue when no
stand
happen
I heard a female voice come through. Just couldn't make it out what it said.
class
I didn't I mean he
Hey, Mike, Susan wants to know if you're in her house.
you're fired
Chuck
Coverage.
don't no
This.
it's just
word believe
for
reason
One. Record.
they've got you know what
Review.
Does anybody have a message for Angela?
health
See.
Tim
The blood.
a murder calling us
two more
You keep everybody. Form
among the
out
Did somebody just say Missa?
looking at basically
and
any
tally goods
she spent.
fully in
Two
this
with the
my God life
very strong
as well is that her
with the
pressure for them to
freed
Turkey.
and the way I
story.
he go
impulse
Country.
you know
Missa, what do you have going on that you don't understand?
For. I can't.
literally I would oh they
understand
Service.
Election.
put together into a this
to be
Rachel Hart.
Who just said Octavia?
After the
Awesome.
in
often
crash with
release
Me.
pleasing.
with
Anel just said me.
really
Hey.
OC
After
Don't. You know.
can't be
almost
two
Or
turns
that
the two
at all
of it
from you whenever
after
lawn
Lisa
even
you.
call
thousand
you can
Not.
from you
Who's with Regina?
news.
air
the
Eric?
Thanks.
into the tank.
Okay.
Size.
Who is the message? Who's Steven?
I think
Steven, who is the message for?
back for better union from
Because we can. Consider. Do you
David, who are you trying to get in contact with?
what I want? 50
saying
one of
I just heard what sounded like a female crying. Who's the female that's crying?
I want.
Seasoning to your
Rather follow
19 face by the
Somebody just said awkward.
Rob.
Yeah, somebody said my name, Rob.
Over.
when we're
Somebody said hater. Who's hater? Who do you hate?
to stop. Yeah.
Somebody said this guy.
we know America
Pamela. Growing.
Pamela? Who?
Like
data
Ever anymore.
they just
Pamela, who are you trying to get in touch with?
Be now.
This is
Somebody said Missa.
Dawn.
Dawn?
next week.
Forums.
FCE Ben play on FC so last
Like that.
time from
All right, I'm going to end the session. Now, Don, were you trying to contact Missa?
county or not here in Run
I heard a female's voice say yeah.
this said
Usually.
yes having
It'll happen.
dot
You had your
the
right. And then wing it.
you wouldn't respect
My
numbers
All right, I'm going to end the session.
network online family.
Somebody said family. Yeah, it sounds like Spirit, we're kind of getting a little nasty there for a little bit. That's all. I just wanted to end the session. I know that Missa sounded like yeah, there was a female that came through that said Dawn, and I asked if you're trying to get in touch with Missa, and the female said yes. So yeah, there was a little bit of bad vibes coming through. but there's also some good things coming through. So, yeah, I mean, I've known some people that have gotten attacked. I mean, I've witnessed a couple of possessions, and it's not pretty. It's not. It's pretty. It's pretty crazy, and that's that. I know I've kind of talked about this before, but on the mirror, there's this pendant. That pendant was used in a ritual to get rid of a demon. So, well, what the hell was that? Did you guys hear a loud pop? Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what the hell that was. Sound like somebody threw something because it came from behind me. That was strange. I don't know what that was. No, I'm good. I'm protected. Sorry, I was just reading comments. Um, sorry, my mouth's a little dry. Yeah, I don't know who was throwing the f bomb, and there was a couple other words thrown out there, but it was kind of crazy. The people that are leaving, have a good night. Kevin, Aaron, if you guys are leaving, have a good night. Um, all right, so we'll go ahead and start up another session here in a second. Yeah, I don't know who left. I think it might have just been Kevin and Aaron. Not sure. Um, Susan, I don't know what you mean. Is that my face in the back? Let's see. No, it's actually so on the back of me. It's basically just it's just light effects. Um, so you'll see them come on and then they'll dim off. Um, Basically, it's just some effects that I have going on. I mean, if it's too distracting, I could turn it off. Yeah, so there's like the quarter moon, and then next to that, you'll see it almost looks like smoke, kind of like behind me. Um, it's like red and white, kind of like smoke. But here, there's actually there's three spirit here. There's a little girl, a male, and a female. Um, the house hasn't been very active, probably for it's been a little quiet for the last couple of weeks, maybe. Yeah, the effects like the quarter moon, I leave it there. I just like have it there for effects. That's all. I mean, I could turn them on and off, but I just leave them on. Yeah, Ed is very pushy. Um, he keeps on coming through a lot. But I kind of like the candles that I just got. Um, this one I forgot to blow out. So I came in the morning, the next morning it was still burning. I was like, oops. Anyway, all right, I'm just rambling. So we'll go ahead and get back on. I don't know who's still with us. Um, so if anybody has any questions, go ahead and throw them up. And no, I like candles too. Um, but we'll go ahead and get started here. If anybody wants to throw up any questions during the session, go ahead and ask. And no, I know I like to just chit chat too. It's kind of fun. Sometimes I wish we can all just do a live chat session, but or a voice session. That'd be a lot of fun. That way we could hear everybody's voice. But anyway, all right, enough rambling. I'll go ahead and start up another session. It is 13 minutes till 3. Um, let's see if it gets kind of crazy after 3 a.m. on my time, but yeah, it's 2:47. Wow, Missa, you're hanging in there with us, which is cool. And Chrissy, you need to make the REM pod go off. So one time, anytime Chrissy would type in REM pod, the REM pod would go off. It happened like 4 times in a row. It was kind of crazy. Um, that was a couple of weeks ago, but that was pretty crazy. All right, so I'll stop rambling. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, stop it. Sorry about that. I got to do something really quick. So, a REM pod is, let me show you real quick. It's that device that I was just making go off. So I built that device. They're pretty well known in the paranormal field. But this one I made myself. So if anything comes near the antenna, it'll set off those lights and the little alarm sound. So I'm just getting ready to start up the box session. Now I'm pretty technical. You know, like I build devices and I have that's what started my YouTube channel. So I was showing people like do how-to videos. I do how-to videos and that's why I do talk about electronics and things like that. So I like to build things. I do build my own boxes and things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little background since somebody asks. But let's go ahead and get started. I just started up the other box again, so let me go ahead and start everything up again. So just bear with me for a second.
I woke so they describe 300 terms at a touch and
It's happening.
can we do it just have a any you know your time Aaron amazing that's got a little point lose it.
Somebody just said amazing.
Point. Mine of a game
Was in
Somebody said amazing and Rob.
Jack.
okay.
Maria, yeah, the location that I'm at, my house is haunted by three spirit. Actually, this whole
Training.
this whole property is the property next door and my location.
yeah
Bless.
in the because thing
There's on a work.
long
What?
apparently
Yeah, this is my home where I'm at.
and how against
Trying.
Somebody just said Richard. Richard, who are you trying to communicate with?
because it's
It was
See.
here he
very
And it's
is more
so
playing
Yeah, no, this is my home.
he's going
very
it's gonna
fluid things that
contributes.
the dog
been down.
I
I understand all these great
Who was the female that just said hi?
against
Take
pass.
Does Elizabeth have a message for Melody?
good as he and now with
a lot of
It's quite.
mouth
And
made
Does anybody have any messages for anybody here?
Point nine
in national wide run
in the
mystery belt
see
like that there's three who
village.
to the never
I want to do a not
Somebody said Missy.
Debbie.
Debbie?
You felt
stay upset.
Report.
You again. Boy,
London coast.
aren't a it's
They will.
going on
an hour.
No shit.
Fuck.
You know.
Somebody just said good night.
True.
And Deb.
out with heels.
Pray for.
Hey, man.
Do it.
Somebody just said pray for. Who are you trying to pray for?
I remember
And God.
when no
And so
Ohio is going
busy.
to and I thought
Morning.
Yeah, there was Debbie and Missy.
a lot of so I so for Chris listen
No.
Wanted.
say you want to
What you
the brand this case
They don't.
there were
I'm clear for
parenting.
fun
Somebody just pulled on my t-shirt. Who just pulled on my shirt?
Right.
And
ride cut you by dog
We've seen.
pre
And
now they for
out.
have been
Twitter
There was a female that said help.
Talking.
Was that you that just pulled on my shirt? You want me to help you?
Friday with a
Her leg.
and good
6.
all
The
You know what? Yes.
no it's
Best out.
Who just said yes?
next
50 are growing. It's a benefit.
There's
very cool fight rent your
box
see out
tools and
the beat. Word.
easier
Just another.
you guy
much with in
You can't.
on your home
With an M. Shouldn't take.
bye.
Who is that just touched me? Can you give me a name, please?
The done.
Lit.
Sure.
Two.
It's a few. Trump. On the done.
So like
They're looking.
9.
They are.
And they're not over.
I just heard a
They have a
female's voice said me, and then the male voice said come over.
How you
some
And I'm
To drink smoke.
drive.
not gonna.
Not gay. Sure.
patient.
Focus. You get. We're not. Because it's
Who's here with me?
We're not.
take
6.
It mostly.
family
Within.
I get it.
eligible
A little bit more.
Boys.
and learn targets
Jordan.
Cliff.
Okay.
the hospital to you
And I
Who keeps on saying Hannah?
Is any-
Hannah, are you the little girl? Is that your name, Hannah?
medical
I know.
I just heard girl.
have the
this is great to help
Because of the.
Test time around. That's
now that it's
800
Into.
so firing out the
I can tell.
family.
That.
Potentially.
Regina wants to know, are you protecting your brother?
car
I suppose it's the same.
there's any
.org.
done
Most of the
Way.
So you put it. Yes. These 80 bucks.
thanks
Then act
person
fighting. Is when the
at
minutes post Christmas. Verge. Julie made
all
down for Street. Bells North
Soften.
tips through safe and keeping the
Can you tell me if anybody's here with me?
Grass.
Allah.
So I'm quite sure that
Gotta go.
They're having
mountain
Wrong.
out of
Amount.
Easy to
tour
daughters.
market.
So be
dollars.
From
founder.
Asia.
He won.
All this
Beauty. Used to be
legal
Pearl.
on to a
with
to her
Thank you.
Wonder how
Paula, who are you here to communicate with?
Neither.
and
concerned about
Our ex.
other get
ABC
from
and Dave
and
other
in a silver jewelry
fuck.
pieces.
We're going
That problem.
91
Who just said fuck?
Why it's
without
And call
I've seen your daughter.
MC
Report. I'm happy.
This
house.
be
be an ex
next.
Who's the male with the deep voice that keeps on coming through?
90 county.
Are you here with me?
common all of you. John's
We can
than ever.
All right, somebody just said my name.
To the absolutely.
Negative 9.
You must.
Robert. To be
All right, you said Robert twice.
To the
right
One six.
December. Mortgage.
highs.
Thing one.
disc.
Scan.
W.
All right, Debbie just came through. Debbie, who are you trying to contact?
We get screen.
81. Events.
One.
By the
For you.
you will W.
Do I?
That's a me.
This have
Force of the great. One. Popular reveal. NPR. Invent
The jack.
the world.
talk.
To your.
For me all being can help. About the help.
It is covered.
I have to cock.
Mom?
He can has the experience
In depth.
Chris.
Chris?
of the
Personal.
experience. Go and
Theater.
on the waves cast.
Some.
Get a
Large Christian lead. Keep it. Crowd.
Who just said leave?
World. Different. That's
Own.
if on
situation.
sure the world long your best mass touched understood tourism the rate president
Or among them.
please so Dean
Sorry.
Now.
drink
Where reach port.
story side of 20
First.
Yeah,
Which was.
so you
Old.
Is a vast great.
Run for.
quote
Bye.
yeah. Number 20. We are
proper
Is Debbie still with us?
My trade.
then
number 20.
Wrecking.
Visitations. Have left.
another
Photos. Over its
Countries. This.
to print.
We
Haven't.
brand
Nuclear.
Can't.
All right, we're going to end the session now.
says it. Dot.
doesn't
Son. To
Had.
country
All right, sorry about that. There was quite a few names coming through. But somebody pulled on my shirt. And I've never gotten the little girl's name that is in this location at my home. I am in my home. And I felt so somebody was tugging on my t-shirt on my sleeve. And I have never been able to get the little girl's name. But the name Hannah was coming through at that time when I asked who was pulling my shirt. And I saw the name Hannah come up. or heard the name Hannah come up, and other people typed that in too, that's what they heard. So I don't know if that's a little girl that's here. Like I said, I've never gotten her name. I've heard her come through a bunch of times giggling, and asking for her mommy, and there's a male here that won't let her come through at times. Yeah, I heard son come through. Debbie come through. I don't know. Miss, it's kind of funny because a couple of times I was going to call you Missy. I don't know why. But then when you said that that's what your mom would call you, that was an impression that I was getting, and I almost called you Missy a few times. No, Emma's come through, but I don't think that that's her name. Honestly, I know Chrissy that we've heard Emma come through, but I don't think that's it. I've been still trying to find her name. I don't know. I know that there was some other a lady had a daughter, or the woman next door did have a couple of kids named. There was one Emma and somebody else, but I don't think that it was tied to the little girl that was passed away here. I'm not sure. It's still a mystery that I haven't been able to solve. I know that the male here is Jerry, and the woman's name I don't know. So Missa, I don't know if that was if I know that you said that that was your mom's name. Or your mom would call you Missy, but I don't know if Debbie was your mom's name. I don't know because you said something about Debbie. I don't, or if that's just what you heard. Yeah, that was kind of a trip. How Richard came through, and maybe that was for you, Chrissy. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if the name Debbie came through. I mean, if that was meant for you or not. I just saw you mention the name. I'm sorry. I mean, a lot of names will come through and messages will come through. So yeah, I don't know who they're meant for. Um, I know it's 3:07 now. Um, but I just wanted to thank everybody for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. It's always fun. I always have a good time. But if anybody wants to follow me on Facebook or friend me on Facebook, um, this is my Facebook channel. I also have this Facebook channel. That's a channel I broadcast to. That and Live Paranormal. And this is my Facebook or my YouTube channel. Sorry. I'm like all over the place. I think I'm just getting tired. But if you want to also go to my YouTube channel and hit subscribe. Like I said, I will be giving away a REM pod or ghost box. Be your choice. But I did send my on the chat. I just copied a link to my YouTube channel. So if you click on that, it'll take you directly to my page. You can just click on subscribe and help support the channel. And thank you for that. So if you guys ever want to message me, offline or whatever, you can always message me on my personal page. And then you guys can always ask me questions, or if you just want to chit chat, whatever. I'm always there to talk. If you have any questions about the paranormal, or have any questions about, trying to contact a loved one, or have questions about spirit communication, things like that, you can always ask me. I'm always open. I don't have all the answers. I don't think anybody has all the answers or answers on how or why they communicate with us or try to reach out to us. It's just kind of strange, but it happens. I don't know if everybody heard what happened yesterday. Was a couple of years. Well, I've lost two of my pets. Lily, that was my dog. She was my everything. She was a Yorkie. I lost her when she was just little over 9 years old. And yesterday I had a bird fly in, kind of swooped down, got my attention, and then it flew in and landed up on her urn, which was kind of cool. It could have landed anywhere. It could have perched up on one of the curtain rods, whatever, but it flew directly in and landed up on her urn and stayed there for a few minutes. And then it flew into the kitchen. Come to find out, there was another bird in the kitchen, and they weren't freaking out or anything. Normally, wild birds will panic when you come near them, but no, they were calm. So I just and I walked over to one, and I got really close to it. It didn't try to fly away or anything. I opened up I opened up the kitchen door and opened up the screen, and they stayed in there for a good while. They weren't trying to fly away or anything. I was kind of doing stuff in the kitchen, and they were just hanging out, chirping. And then so I went back, sat on the couch, and figured I'd leave them alone. And then they flew away. Kind of chirped and let me know that they were there. And then they flew away. So kind of like said bye, and that was it. So it was pretty cool. I leave the back door open, like I was saying, because I have 4 dogs, and I have a little Chihuahua, and he can't go through the dog door, so I leave the back door open so he could go in and out. And never had any birds fly in the house until yesterday, so it was kind of a trip. And they were both female robins. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm a big animal lover. That's why I kind of know. Like male birds are really pretty. Female birds are normally pretty. They don't have much coloring to them, so that's how you can tell a male from a female. And the male robin's really bright and colorful, but these were just like gray, no coloring to them. So anyway, all right, that's enough rambling. Just had to share that story. Melly, thank you for subscribing to the channel. That means a lot. All right, we'll do another session. If you guys for people that are just coming in, go ahead and just type in if you have any questions for me to ask during the next spirits box session. Go ahead and type in a question. Just type in the letter Q so I'll know it's a question for me to ask, and then just type in the question, and I'll ask that during the next session. Okay, no, that's good to know. Thanks, Mesa. Yeah, no, I took it as a sign, and it was funny because I just put out their stockings. I put them out on Christmas Eve, and even though that the dogs have passed, I mean, I put out all the dogs' stockings. So I got 2 more dogs, so I still have 4. And it's kind of funny because the personalities of the 2 new dogs match the dogs that passed. It's just really strange, and how they came into our home too was a little strange, but yeah, I think that they both sent these 2 dogs over to us. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start up the session.
Fiddle.
Third world
Oracles.
So is there anybody that would like to communicate with us tonight, or have any messages for anybody?
people who should make
And you
be looking
The votes I believe
taking part
Christian for the
Jesus be looking enough
French.
every
pro get it
the one
for all side.
next it's her out
Out of 3 out of many because
Does anybody have any messages for us tonight,
3 out of
or does anybody need help?
most
move
people that
creep
incredible don't act
American
Well,
in my role
do you know
I didn't they don't have that most people
prove
he has so I just
and
you haven't
increase
fair trade you
Joan
therefore
ultimately
student
works
planes from blown
Mosey.
thank you
or top
time has getting
reasons
gone
and
I thank
The current
them
a
thinking noise going to
All right, we want to speak to
them actually get
black
biggest
anybody's loved one that is here with us tonight.
liberal
information.
actually we're
that
Who said you?
we don't the other
method
and 50
You
change
more
So fun.
it's self 20 I would
go
Who's the little kid that came through?
and then
Africa
use
graduate problem by the war and general
I heard the name Jenna. Jenna, who are you here to talk to?
to what the biblical
Test.
in the land scholars
sleep.
yeah about
So to
Application
and
national.
numbers
Who said Kimberly?
foods like
Very
when we
Down and
however 100
on
days.
service
sell us
Bard
the
or
old
band
have not honor
Carson
me
Is anybody here to speak to Melanie tonight?
release.
your business
right I've got
change
we don't want
tiny
We saw
into
but I've got they,
Yeah, people cuss at me all the time. Call me dumbass, stupid ass.
commit.
they said
So in the
my
voting
info track
Place.
The source.
But he's
About their
Is anybody here to speak to Regina?
Because
I see.
Chrissy. Who's here to speak to Chrissy?
So the two
number.
with
over.
Then lock.
director
Those are the two are
heating
about
but
reading company.
there are
Like
people I'm
Or
some good
maybe gonna
pot.
Who's here to speak with Chrissy?
people I'm
range
and so
or dog.
college
other things
Somebody say her dog?
creative and of clothes.
Also,
I
Yes.
Who said yes?
This is and
they
thanks.
4 5
rep
how to know
new
are they
about
he's all
Not only
summer
politics.
twin
so this
and he's all
radio
prove it.
massive
Missa wants to know if her father Dan is here with us, and if you have any messages for her.
Prove it. Listen, one
tick.
into the
year
And the
the
person
I
work on
Roll.
at
millions of
technology.
work on
Apology? Who do you want to apologize to?
this work
real
The also
Is in
working
works
run
in every
speaking and all
Who just said run?
campus.
W
and vote that
woman's eyes.
I work week. Sending
One.
vote that
under the in and is in
This him.
Who's telling me to run?
and to
I'm not running anywhere.
this header
Talk.
they know
proper that we
Debbie, are you here again with us?
They're me.
students
Miss
dates
Who said Missy?
but
Ski.
Then I
expect
And
sentiment
Abuse.
will be
not you
Ship. Not you.
cause
ours
I'm not.
but it's
Simple fan.
Cody.
who's else
Or
put our other
campus
months.
Jen.
Who said I'm sorry?
faculty
75.
has been
Business.
their lives.
Was it sorry for
Clear
Missy?
you are
Laugh.
and
Any clear. Hey.
One was
I hope vaccine
day.
in
globalist education main
so I
not the
Christmas so
or education or this is got one
or
His business.
a and
socially
the college
this
we met
Always.
qualified
terrible.
with knowledge
Is somebody looking for Lisa?
knowledge you to take
Is
able to
like
Express.
criminal
She
want you to raise
did
listening
myself.
education
Is Shannon here with us?
how
Begin
of how
something.
killer.
hard so that
Said
how that knowledge
Critical.
Who just asked for help?
public
You need
so about
directly
weird how
it went
that need
13.
Who just said needs help?
colors.
he was all need
Gradual
people
No.
determination
I know you
He was
fundraising become
structure.
pledge
college
support
through not
to become
Melanie wants to know if Grandma's here with her.
regular.
We are
Thank you, Chris.
in the
If it's
so you
the next,
It was a female that just whispered no.
or if it's the
say
true.
I mean,
fine.
Without true.
so
And that
if it's
There was another whisper no. Who's whispering no?
message
beyond
you and
crazy
Too
important.
Famous.
flying
intelligent.
yeah
In the
Sam, who are you missing? Or who are you here for?
class
the red
don't
three.
Order.
50
Little
Not
CD
he's
for three.
you have one
still need
kind.
five fit
Remember.
remember Frizz handling still
Change.
Who's here to speak with Missy?
We have all
Not
Parker ball that
examine. Has
Other.
a re ball
Invite.
pass
Came the.
to the next
E.
Somebody just had me.
is he
Came to.
Is Melody's mom there with her? Is she the one that's answering no to?
mission
he's done a
all these
Very.
and
Laugh.
in the
Did you find
bring her people
all these
resident
whole
what happened?
fight any
other business on
for an interview for like a
novel.
Six.
You know,
And then
she's
Time
Is somebody trying to contact Missy or Melody?
what
you know,
No.
and change.
test.
Imran
And
Man wasn't.
to the
30 and
include
Very.
seven.
just as
he was
cat
Ultimate
Was.
but I
diet. Is
that guy
497
government
Was.
facts.
that.
file half the
I
Or.
Somebody just said diet. What was the diet about?
I mean,
my
He did has been
go
fought
through
Very,
Are
very.
you worried about somebody's diet?
You're supposed
people have
By an.
to mention
this
this
come a
blue.
pictures from
what he called
Seated. Longer.
compared to the firm
against the
Flu.
collective
Teeth.
college web.
and new
Having a
You
role for derm
points
administration. Teeth.
while
Was in a.
Device.
was
saying right
the deep development
coming out.
Going to.
association called
your room
Device.
back
Village.
Regina wants to know if her baby's
Five.
with Angelo.
bone out killer
The village. This is
I make
and then take it.
Jesus.
There's still
it was a this
Out of the way.
Certainly
in a back house
thing.
Shut.
no way during
have the
quickly
and by
Hey.
he's keep
rate that's probably
actually
Was.
made nights
time in a
prime minister.
of the
right after
Kevin study
Government.
Looking at it.
Kevin.
our web
Kevin's not here.
the head
Where
Start
them like
they are
not
not
home.
I brought Adeline and the
look I
that is the thing where this
go you before
international
To do.
that
we'll go
Who's the son that wants to communicate? Can you give us a name, please?
With
Reaching the.
side. We want
finding
Who just said attack?
Prod.
we go I will
if you if he want
To sit.
do you
the
with a
Compelling.
are not
are they
best he's
A man.
of the
do again
Immediate.
whoever
what you
such as
did
jury of
This.
the world.
This is.
girl
labor.
great
my heart
World.
All right, we're going to end the session now.
I'm
Of inner.
dress for
Yeah.
Do you have any last messages for anybody here?
is it
The whole.
then later
really
Synonym.
soccer
Max
two
Often
came to.
blame coach Cleveland
He had
in life
investigate.
and the blame
To as
we're gonna
is
shot hit
imminent
so
thought.
continue
All right, sorry, I just had to end that session. I just kind of got a little quiet. Missy, we heard your name a couple of times. It was weird because no, there was really nothing coming through. That's kind of why I ended it. Um, but somebody did say Missy again, and Debbie came through like right after that. I don't know what that means there for you, Missy, but um, I don't know. That was kind of weird how during 2 sessions that happened. I don't know if there's a Debbie out there that's going to be contacting you or something. It's some type of message, but I don't know. Yeah, no, there would, but like I said, there was nothing coming through. That's why I kind of ended the session. Um, but that was your message was kind of funny about the diet there, Melody. I'm not making fun of you. It was just kind of funny. Sometimes responses are kind of comical, especially when they start calling me ass or dumbass or asshole. I started getting yelled at. It's kind of funny. All right, Christy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm probably going to call it a night too. Probably a good time to call it. It kind of got a little quiet. As you know, some nights it gets a little quiet. Other nights it's real chatty. Um, no, I mean, there's certain people that come in and things get a little chatty. Other times, some people come in and then it goes dead. You never know. It's just I think it's all the positivity. I think the more positive we are, the more answers we get. But sometimes it just gets a little quiet. But thank you for tuning in tonight, Regina and Chrissy. But it was a fun night. I had a lot of fun. If you do see any friend requests from me, go ahead and accept them. Or I'd hope you would. Yeah, Missy, I did hear. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep on calling you Missy. Um, but no, your name did come through a couple of times. I know Melody said that you wanted to chat after. That's fine. If you want to throw me a message, whatever. Um, but anyway, if you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'd appreciate that. I'll throw it up one more last time in the comments section. That'll take you directly to my YouTube channel. Click on that and subscribe. That'll help out the channel. And also, in the future, I'll be giving away a Ghost Box or REM Pod or something, whatever you want. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. And thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. It was a lot of fun. It's 3:30 in the morning here, somewhere around there. Yeah, a little after 3:30. But thanks for tuning in, and tune in next week, same time, and we'll have another show. Maybe next week we'll try to do something a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe try out some new software. Who knows? I don't use a lot of software, but we can try out some new things. It'll be fun. And everybody have a great new year. We'll tune in. Well, the next show will be day after New Year. So everybody have a happy new year and good night and God bless.